Welcome to the Next Generation Role Model Show. Thanks for being our guest.
Thank you for letting me on.
Oh, I'm so happy to meet you. You're coming live to us super early in the morning in Los Angeles.
Yes, it's 8 o'clock in the morning.
So early. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So my first question is going to be about your career, because I want to know, how did you start out wanting to be an actor and a model and a dancer?
Well, I was originally a model when I like 3 to 4, and on one of my modeling jobs, an agent from LA came in and she scouted me, and then we signed with her, and then she got us into our first acting class. My parents thought it was gonna be like nothing, like a 2-week acting class. Didn't think it was gonna make me an actor. A couple of years later, acting career.
Ta-da! Fantastic. Okay, great. So you actually started out as a model.
Yes, I did.
That was your start. And then in terms of dancing, when did that come in?
Well, I was originally a dancer back in Arizona. I'm originally from Arizona, so I was like jazz ballerina dancer. And then when we came here, we met like at Millennium. It was just, he had to come in for one day. Mr. Jay Styles, he's our dance coach. And he started to get me in hip hop, and now I'm a hip hop dancer too.
Fantastic. Do you have a TikTok page?
I do. It's Izzie_McG.
There you go. So follow Izzie on TikTok, viewers, please. We're coming out to you live today on Periscope, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. And this whole interview will be uploaded to our main channel, which is Instagram. And so excited for everyone to be watching us and listening to the wonderful advice and tips that Izzie's going to give today, because you do have a substantial fan base and you're obviously growing it and making lots of great fun videos. You're creating lots of wonderful pictures, and people are excited about you and what you're up to. So tell me what you intend to use your platform for.
Positivity and kindness. I always want to keep up positivity, especially at these times, because of everything that's going on right now. We want to keep positivity up. So my platform is used for positivity, kindness, and supporting people.
Okay, great. And then tell me a little bit about how social media has impacted your career.
Well, I've met so many friends off of social media, producers and directors. Always see my Instagram page, which is really good. So it gets my foot in the door. And there's just like so much that came from my social media accounts, which we didn't even know could happen.
See, now that's a fantastic thing, because that social media account becomes almost your pre-read before you go into the room, which is really interesting, because people can look at so much of what you do. And obviously you can put out as much as you want to and portray yourself in any way you want to as a brand on your Instagram page, which is really great.
Exactly.
So talking about kids tuning in and seeing you on your page and obviously loving what you're up to, tell me a little bit about what advice you could give to kids who see your Instagram and think, oh my God, I want to be like her. She's amazing. What advice would you give them if they wanted to be an actor?
Well, first of all, always follow your dreams, but being an actor is not an easy job. I bet you can agree with that. It's not an easy job. You got to go 100%. And there's going to be a lot of rejection. There's going to be a lot, but then there's going to be good days where you book something, and you just always got to think one of those good days are going to be coming up, and always like follow what you really want. If you want to do comedy, do comedy. If you want to do drama, do drama. I love both, so I try to go out for both. But you can do absolutely what you put your mind to.
Do you think kids need agents or managers?
Well, you can do lots of self-submitting, but if you want to go a bit more professional, because they are the professionals, I would go for an agent or manager, because they can just get a little bit more connections instead of self-submitting. My agents and managers, my manager is Schuler Talent, and my theatrical agent is Defining Artist.
And do you recommend that you get a manager or an agent first?
I recommend a manager first, just because they can get some good agents.
There you go. Great advice. And people are tuning in and listening because obviously they're watching, especially, by the way, in England. I'm in England at the moment, and there's tons and tons of kids out here, similar age to you, that would love to be doing what you're doing in Hollywood. And although we have a really great industry out here and we have the West End Theatre here, you know, a lot of people dream of going to Hollywood, as I did. So your advice is really helpful, so we appreciate it. Now, we've talked a little bit about the downsides of the business too, because of course, where there are big goals, there's big sacrifice. So let's just talk a bit first about peer pressure and negativity from the industry. Do you have any of that? And if you do, how do you deal with it?
Well, there's negativity in everything. So my thing is I'm confident, so I just work it out with myself. Ada Mikas, who has been on this before, he and we kind of call ourselves big brother and big little sister. So basically, we both have the same goal, is to have like kindness around. So negativity, we don't want that to affect other people or us. So we always try to keep kindness up. We always try to keep that up. And yeah, there's negativity in everything you do. So there's always going to be that, but got to keep the positivity up.
So you find that the kindness kills the negativity?
Yes, because if you always have kindness, there's going to be some negativity, but you just got to go for the kindness.
Go for the kindness. Go for that kindness. Great strategy. Love it. I love it. Okay, let's talk now as well in terms of your goals, because goals are super, super important to have. I try and write mine down as often as I can, and I find that that works. And when you achieve all your goals, you have to just keep creating new ones, because life is a continual create. Let's talk a little bit about where you see yourself in 10 years' time, Izzie.
Holding an Oscar. Or being on a big TV show or movie that lots of people can see.
And in 10 years' time, tell the viewers how old you're going to be.
Oh, I'm going to be 20.
Yeah. There you go. You're 10 now. You're going to be 20. And you're seeing yourself either in big movies or holding an Oscar at 20 years old. I love it. I'm going to be there to watch you. This is fantastic. That's a great, great goal to have. A really fantastic goal. You mentioned earlier, you touched on rejection. You said that that's, you know, one of the downsides of the business. Obviously, I've experienced a lot of that too. It's not always easy to deal with. In fact, it can be so, so challenging. Please tell me how you cope with rejection.
Well, like I said earlier, I usually work it out with myself, but those harder ones are not ever easy, because like, oh, you know, is that really like what happened? Oh, okay. Well, about how I kind of cope with it is I always have my friends with me. So, because they are always like really close, I have so many close friends, so I can really lean on them sometimes, and they can lean on me. And I have a whole group called the LA Kids Bunch, which is like absolutely amazing. There's kids from 5 to 18-year-olds. Lots of them are actors. Some are like on huge movies or TV shows. Some of them are just starting out in modeling or acting. And we never talk about our careers. So it's just easier to have friends by your side. Also, another way I cope with it is just to think there's other things that will happen. Like I can book a huge TV show. Maybe this one was not it.
Yeah, and I found that myself, is that sometimes when one door closes, another opens, and sometimes you can feel really down about one job 1 minute, and then it completely changes the next week, and it's so fantastic. Yeah, so it's not always easy to keep sort of an even keel, but yeah, absolutely, and having a really fantastic support system, that's super, super smart. That's really, really great. So in terms of sacrifice, let's talk a little bit about sacrifices you've made. Sometimes perhaps you've missed school time, or you've had an audition and you've had to miss a social event. Tell me a little bit about your sacrifices.
Well, I had to move from Arizona to Los Angeles, but I mean, Los Angeles is where I wanted to be. But I had to like lose so many friends from my old Arizona and all that. But also, I've had to like skip so many events because I got a huge audition for the next day. And I think every actor can kind of agree that you've had to skip something because of a script. But there's lots of big sacrifices you have to make, especially if you're from somewhere else. Moving to Los Angeles is a huge sacrifice right there.
Yeah, and tell me how your parents felt about that, because how amazing that your parents would move from Arizona all the way to Los Angeles for
My
your
mom,
career.
My mom is originally a small town girl, so she was like, oh my gosh, no, because everyone from Arizona thinks of LA is just like a horrible place. But if you think about it, it's like different pockets of the city. Like there's just so like different pockets. Like my mom thinks of it that way. Like there's pockets you don't want to go into, but like Burbank is like a good pocket. It's a good pocket. But yeah, it's just I like I gotta think. Yeah, there's like so many different ways like people see it, but it's all just a really good place over here too. So
yeah, I love LA, and you're right. One street can be really terrible and the next street can be really fantastic. And you're right, it does have those little spots. I love the way you call it pockets of good little places to hang out. And
yeah. Like the Grove.
Yeah, I'm sure you found them. That's great. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about kids at school. Are you homeschooled, Izzie, or do you actually go to school?
I am homeschooled because when we moved here, we just thought it would be better to be homeschooled because we originally were flying back and forth and we only got 18 absence days. So we thought it would be a better idea to just do homeschool, and I absolutely love homeschool now. So
yeah, and actually you've been joined by nearly the rest of the world that are now being homeschooled due to COVID-19, which is very interesting. So you're well rehearsed at being homeschooled. But tell me, how did kids back home react to you when they started to see that you were doing super amazing things in Los Angeles with your dancing, singing, and acting?
Well, when I originally went to a public school, but I don't go there now, obviously. It was only till like the first grade. But lots of my friends were really supportive. They were really happy. Some of my friends didn't understand the whole LA thing, but lots of my friends did. And it was really nice. Oh my God, I used to get recognized in my dance studio. They would call me the actor girl. They would call me, hey, there's the actor lady, or there's the actor girl. I'm just like, yeah.
Hi.
That's right.
Now, was there a certain show or commercial, or what was it that they recognized you from specifically?
So basically, there was this music video for anti-bullying, and basically, I was one of the main people in the music video. So they started showing that around dance schools and normal public schools in Arizona. And so they started recognizing me from that. I was so little. I was like in like a little tutu. It was like super fun. But yeah, they would recognize me from that. And then a while ago, I was in a commercial with oh my gosh, I think Zach Prescott. I think that's his name. And some people actually recognized me from that when I went back to Arizona for a couple of days, and they started recognizing me from that. I was just like, huh, maybe this is where I become the star somewhere.
What a great feeling. It's such a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those rungs on the ladder of success when people start recognizing you for your work. That's really wonderful. Let's talk about role models, because this is the Next Generation Role Model show. You are the newest Next Generation Role Model, Izzie. We're so happy to have you. Thank you for setting a good example to others. Now, do you have a favorite role model? And if you have a favorite role model, if you met them, what would you do with them?
Well, Miss Victoria, I've always loved all the stuff you've done. So, I mean, I'd love to meet you. I like going like a huge roller coaster with you and eat like lots of cotton candy.
Let's do it. When I come back to LA, if they ever open Disneyland again, we can go there.
Oh my God, that was so much fun.
I must reveal that I had a year's pass for Disneyland, and I used to go there a lot. It's one of my favorite places to just go and feel creative. You know, you can just walk around and it helps. I don't know, it helps me be creative. I love it.
Right. It's really fun.
Yeah, I can just imagine me and you on It's a Small World. My favorite.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, great. So let's talk a little bit about charity work now and what you do to help others, because the whole point of being a next generation role model is helping others. Acting sometimes can be a bit of a sort of all about me career. And I think that the most amazing thing that actors can do is start thinking about others and having empathy for others and what they're going through. And I think that really is one of the best qualities of a leader, is someone who understands struggles of others and has empathy for their struggle. What charity do you support and why?
Well, I support several anti-bullying charities because when I was back in public school, I was severely bullied, and that's why I always wanted to really like help with the anti-bullying thing. And some things I've done to like help all that is I use my social media platform to say don't bully. They're just another person, you know. But I support several anti-bullying things. I also do lots of I do some fundraising things for them. The whole LA Kids Bunch is really about anti-bullying and like staying positive. So I always want to try to stay positive. That's why I always try to go for the anti-bullying stuff, because I know it can be extremely hard for some people, because it was for me when I was like super little. So
yeah, and we are actually friends with the Artist Project here on the Next Generation Role Model Show. We love the Artist Project.
Oh my gosh, you're amazing.
Yeah, they're amazing too. And they offer fantastic support to young people and young artists like yourself, which is amazing. That's fantastic. Just to finish off, Izzie, is there anything you'd like to say to the viewers? Anything that you would like to add? Anywhere that we can follow you?
My social media platforms, my Instagram is Izzie_McG. My TikTok is Izzie_McG. And then here's something for all the viewers out there. Be yourself and don't worry about how other people think about you.
Be yourself and don't worry about what other people think of you. Yeah, because especially the way social media is, when people get to comment and like pictures, it all becomes about people commenting and liking, like, was it good enough? And I always think to myself, wow, I really need to focus on how I feel about it. It's not really about what other people think.
Right.
Thanks for saying that. That's really, really important. And it's healthy too. It's important to have a healthy outlook, especially in the career side of things. So thank you so much for being on the show. You've been a fantastic guest.
Thank you for letting me even be on here. I was like freaking out.
It's wonderful. You know what I would love for you to do? I would love for you to do a TikTok dance that we can upload onto the Next Generation Role Model TikTok page. Would you be able to do that?
Of course.
Perhaps you can do a little next gen style break dance.
Oh my gosh, I would need to move my camera like total back.
So yeah, absolutely. That would be cool.
Yeah, of course I can always do that.
Okay, perfect. So after this interview, maybe you can record that and we'll upload it to our TikTok page.
Okay. I'll totally do that.
I did a little TikTok with Rika.
Oh, that's so fun. That sounds.
Yeah. But of course we did it in person because that's when I was doing in-person interviews. But obviously right now it's all over. It's now over Zoom. It was over IG Live. But anyway, you have been the most fantastic guest. Thanks for being with us. And
Thank you.
And I'm going to continue watching your career. And we should definitely have our little Disneyland date when I get back to LA.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that'll be so much fun. Okay.
It really would be. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a really good day in Los Angeles. Enjoy that sunny weather.
Yes, well, it's not clearly sunny, but yeah, we will.
It's probably going to be sunny. It might start out, a little cloudy, but it's
yesterday it was like really sunny. So yeah, whenever those sunny days, I'll make sure to enjoy it.
Yeah, good. I love it. So great to see you, Izzie. Talk soon.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.